Good evening and welcome to Berlin. Welcome to the 39th edition of the European Championships of Basketball. It is game day 4 here in the German capital city, and this evening's final match features La Roja of Spain versus the Vikings of Iceland. This is Eurobasket 2015. Well, my name is Liam Kenny. I'm joined in the commentary position by my partner, George Zidek. And George, we're coming off the back of an overtime game which preceded this as Italy beat Germany 89-82. And now we're looking forward to our third and final game.
And we have a good one coming up also, because this Icelandic team that is facing a giant of Spain has opened up so many eyes here in Berlin, Germany. They are playing some orthodox basketball, but they are playing that game with all their heart and with so much pride, supported by spectacular fans that have made the trip here all the way from Iceland.
Close to 1,000 fans have made the journey. You see the table, the standings as they are now in Group B. Serbia perfect 4-0. Italy 3-1 in second position. They just beat the host Germany in the game which preceded this. And now it is Spain with a 1-2 record against an as yet winless Iceland. There are those Iceland fans. They really get behind the team. They've all got the blue and white on of Iceland, and there are the fans from Spain.
2015 Playoffs 1. Ladies and gentlemen,
we'll take a look here now at the teams as they make their way onto the floor.
Iceland versus Spain.
Spain come into today's game ranked second in the world against an Iceland team that are 88th in the world. Truly a David versus Goliath clash. And who do you like here, or what do you like? What do you want to see here, George, from the Spanish team? What do they need to do to get a win tonight?
Well, I think the Spaniards just gonna have to take care of business. They have to worry only about themselves and play their game. I expect them to be led again by Pau Gasol, who's been spectacular in every single game that he has played for the Spanish team. I am looking also for some contribution from the guards, because at the moment the top 3 scorers are at 4 and 5 positions. That's Pau Gasol, Felipe Reyes, and Nikola Mirotic. The guards are behind. I am looking therefore for more contribution from the perimeter from the Spaniards.
Gasol leads the team with 23.7 points per game. Reyes 11, and Mirotic averages 10.5 points per game. There is Sergio Scariolo, the Italian-born coach of the Spanish national team, and you can see the Spanish fans in their best finery. They've got their hair done specially for the occasion. And now the Vikings of Iceland, an unorthodox team, George. They're trying to get their first win here in their first ever Eurobasket. What do they need to do?
They got so close on 2 occasions to get a victory. It was almost slipped between their fingers. I think they have to stay with what they've been doing so far. They play high energy basketball. They scrap, they dive on the floor, they give up their bodies for the good of the team. They have really opened up so many eyes here, and the hearts of so many fans here in Germany go out to them. The only question is, do they have still enough of energy left in their tank to play such up-tempo and really demanding basketball? A second one is, nobody is going to underestimate Iceland, not even Spain, because they have played such good basketball here.
There's their Canadian-born coach, Craig Peterson. Well, we're going to pause here in the arena, the Berlin Arena, rise to our feet and honor the national anthems of Spain and Iceland.
Meine Damen und Herren, bitte erheben Sie sich von Ihren Plätzen. The national anthem of Spain. And now, the national anthem of Iceland.
The Iceland fans who are sitting behind us are in fantastic form as Coach Peterson meets Coach Sergio Scariolo at midcourt. The players will shake hands. If you're just joining us, welcome to Berlin. Welcome to Eurobasket 2015. It is game day 4 here in Group B. And this clash between Iceland and Spain. There's your combined officiating crew from Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Players getting a couple more minutes to go through their warm-ups. For Iceland, it's their first ever appearance in the European Championships. Spain make their 30th appearance, and they've won this competition twice in 2009 and 2011. Here's the Spanish roster. George, we know about Pau Gasol at the top of the list, but who else jumps out here for you for the Spanish?
Well, we spoke about the three-headed monster there, the bigs of Spain. I think they are getting the job done, especially Felipe Reyes at age of 35 and 6 Eurobasket, just being very spectacular in the minutes that he's getting. But I'm waiting to see what Sergio Ruiz, Sergio Rodriguez, and Rudy Fernandez do. This is a trio playing on the perimeter for Real Madrid and now for the Spanish national team. He got Paul Ribas here at the off guard, at point guard, Sergio Llull. Fernando Sanemeterio starting at the small forward. Nikola Mirotic is at the power forward, and it was Pau Gasol at the center spot.
Here are the Iceland players going through their warm-up.
So that was the first start for Sanemeterio, if I'm not mistaken,
Exactly
in place
right.
of Rudy Fernandez, who missed shoot-around this morning.
You might be carrying a niggle. We'll try to bring you up to date with that as we find out. Here are Team Iceland at the top of the list. Martin Hermansen is a collegian, plays at Long Island University.
And he's an interesting prospect. I mean, he's really played well, being very aggressive off the dribble or shooting the open shot. But I have to go with Linur Beringsson, who's the heart and the soul of the team. Here we see him at the center spot, number 8, at the power forward in the starting lineup. Harkur Palsson, Pavel Ermolinski at the 3 position, Hördur Williamson at the off guard.
Those are the starting 5 for Iceland. Some lucky young lady's going to get to bring the game ball out to the referee. Welcome to Berlin. Welcome to Eurobasket 2015. It is game day 4 here in the German capital. The referee is getting ready for today's game. My name is Liam Kenny. I'm joined in the commentary position by my partner, George Zidek. Spain bring a 1-2 record into tonight's game.
Not easy situation that nobody, especially the Spanish national team, imagined themselves to be in. But a lot of people here coming to Berlin, it was all talk about Spain being the paper favorite, being the Goliath of the group, and sure lock for number 1 position. And look at it right now.
They're fighting just to go through. Remember, 4 teams from the group will advance to Lille, to the knockout stage of the competition. And Spain with just that 1 win. They lost their opening game to Serbia. As we see the matchup here between the centers, a traditional center in Pau Gasol and an undersized center with Cleaner by Ringston, George.
That's 2 completely different basketball careers. If you talk about Pau Gasol, 2-time NBA champion, now playing with the Chicago Bulls, and very important player of that team, obviously, and semi-professional leader. Berringson there making his debut here at the Eurobasket, playing some great basketball, hard-nosed man. He's gonna dive on the floor. He was really emotional there after the loss to Italy, where Iceland just had it in their hands basically with 2 minutes to go in the game. They were up 3 points. Difficult, very difficult defeat there for Berringson to swallow.
Although Iceland are making their first appearance here, George, you're right, they have been extremely competitive. They lost to Germany in the opening game just by 6 points. They lost to Italy just by 7 points in those 2 games. And then they lost to Serbia yesterday comfortably. The Serbs pulled away in the end, but this is an Iceland team that Spain dare not underestimate. I would expect they're going to come out here, be professional, and try to win this game in as clinical a manner as they can. You're looking at Pau Gasol. That is Jon Stephenson, who is the most experienced player for Iceland. Well, welcome to Berlin. Welcome to Eurobasket 2015. Welcome to Group B action here in the Group of Death, Game Day 4 in the preliminary rounds of the European Championships of Basketball.
Look for Spain to establish themselves under the basket early. Yeah, they go to Gasol in the post-up situation.
Spain in the red uniforms, Iceland in the white. Iceland come out in man-to-man defense. Gasol gets an early touch. That shot off the mark, and Paulson tips it to Ermolinski.
Gasol was challenged by Ermolinski there on the shot. Paul was complaining to the referee that he got hit on the arm.
So you and I have seen Iceland play now 3 times. George, we know they're going to throw up a lot of shots from the outside. They're going to play quick. Paulson strolls right down the boulevard and lays it up and in.
He goes by his teammate for the next club season, Fernando Sanemeterio, who plays his club basketball in Vitoria, Spain.
That is where Paulson's headed next year, so certainly a prospect to keep an eye out for. Yule's pass, extra pass to Mirotic. He lets fly, and that is silk.
That's good news there for Spain, because if Nikola Mirotic is hitting the outside shot, he opens up things for Gasol to operate on the inside.
Good fluency here on the perimeter by Iceland. Right now they have 5 guys on the three-point line, nobody inside as they try to space you out. Byringson's shot just short, and Gasol with the rebound.
That's why it is so difficult to play against Iceland, because they just space everybody out. All the players are interchangeable.
High pass into Mirotic, and we know that the Iceland players rotate quickly from the help side. This is Ermolinski coming over.
They just really look for each other's back. I mean, if somebody is fronting, there's 2 to 3 players just immediately ready to rotate from the weak side to help.
That foul on Hauker Paulson. We know he's foul prone. See if he can keep himself on the floor as much as possible. The shot from Gasol is short. Sanemeterio with the rebound. Oh, great pass by Sanemeterio to Gasol.
Good presence of mind there by Sanemeterio. He didn't force the shot back up, but he waited for Gasol to cut under the basket.
Paulson steps away from the basket. Stephenson. Paulson. Williamson slips a pass into Byringsson. He's got a little mismatch, and he goes to the hook.
He uses that. Look at the move right there. It was on Sergio Yui. A nice post-up by Byringsson.
Spain lead early on, 5-4 here in this first quarter of play. Yule on the wing inside to Mirotic, and he goes to the jump hook as well. The hooks are coming out.
That's almost automatic right there by Nikola Mirotic. Great move, not much of a motion. He just takes one dribble to the middle, comes back to the baseline.
Stephenson gets lots of touches in this Iceland offense. Gonna back down Rivas, and Gasol with the rejection.
That's a tough one. You gotta watch out where Pau Gasol is, because he's got such long arms.
Mirotic from the baseline, a little show and go. Glides to the basket, lays it up and in.
Good strong move there by Mirotic to kiss it off the glass.
Nikola Mirotic with the deuce. Of course, he and Gasol are teammates in the Chicago Bulls. That bounce pass intended for Byringsson ends up in the hands of Williamson. He lets fly, no good. And no white jerseys go to the backboard for offensive rebounds.
It's going to be difficult if Iceland cannot crash the boards and get some long rebounds. It's going to be difficult to stay with Spain.
Iceland cheers behind us. A pass intended for Gasol, and it's because Byringsson fronts the low post that the pass becomes more difficult. Paulson wide open. Iceland just hold onto the ball a little bit too long there. Paulson really wanted the top of the key.
Yeah, he's got some words there with his teammates. He was really asking the ball.
Stephenson, strong move to the 10.
Look at the speed of Jon Stefansson. He really does touch the ball a lot for Iceland.
Sergio Jewell lost the ball momentarily. The Iceland fans want a carry call. They don't get it. Iceland are hanging tough, and we know they can do this, George. We know they can hang into ball games for periods of time. Just struggling to play for 40 minutes. Gasol, blocked by Jon Stefansson. And I want to see this again. It's a foul on Stefansson.
That was a good challenge right there on the big man. Look at Jon Stefansson just coming there to help and getting very close. Look at the replay one more time. Oh,
yeah,
if he did,
got him on the arm.
For sure with the off arm. But you spoke about Iceland. I think that now everybody understands. Of course, there's only this game left for Iceland, and tomorrow Iceland is playing against Turkey. I think that everybody facing Iceland understands that they can expect a lot of contact. They can expect some very active defense, rotations, holding. So I think Spain has to be ready for that.
I don't care who you are or where you come from, the Iceland players are going to play you hard.
Absolutely, they have played without respect so far. Look at you, Stefansson going for the 3.
It's an unorthodox way to break a half-court trap, the early 3, but that's how they play, George. That's how Iceland play.
We've seen that in 3 games before. I mean, if they have an open look from the 3, they don't think about it. They said it before. We cannot go to a 5-on-5 situation. We don't have the big guys who would be playing on the inside. So if we have an open look, it's going up.
That'd be a fun team to play for. Extra pass to Williamson in the corner. He lets fly. That's off the mark. And Gasol with the rebound. Well, Iceland, George, they need to make those 3s if they want to hang in the game, because Mirotic powers it up for Spain.
That is just too much power, and there's no double team coming or no help there for Paulson if he's the player who fouled. Look at Mirotic right. That's a strong post up. Nice flash by Nikola. Goes up strong. That's actually his premiere, his debut there for in the national team of Spain before, because he's a naturalized player. Before it was Serge Ibaka.
That's right. Ibaka was with Spain in the World Cup in 2014 in Spain when they hosted the tournament. Paulson comes out with his 2 fouls, and he's replaced by Gunnarsson. It's a strange replacement because Gunnarsson is I beg your pardon, it's Sigurdsson, who's an out-and-out guard. But as you say, these Iceland players are interchangeable. Sigurdsson checks in the game, his first touch, it goes up. Gasol with the rebound.
That was maybe even too much for a coach who got up and had a few words there for Sigurdsson.
Right now, Iceland 0 for 4 from behind the rainbow. Rivas looking down the gut to Gasol. Gasol right now is guarded by Stephenson. Mirotic turn away from the free baseline, no good.
And I think that Pau is just really looking for something. Look at Stephenson wide open for the 3. And Beringsson just fighting for the rebound, bats it away.
Beringsson keeps it alive. And Iceland get another possession here. Wilhelmsson starts things for Iceland. Beringsson, no good.
Nothing falling there for Iceland. You gotta wonder if their legs are there today.
Gasol inside, keeps his composure. He's swarmed by white jerseys, doesn't convert. And Mirotic with the foul.
It is not easy to play against Iceland if you're a big guy.
They swarm you, don't they? They collapse on the basketball. They're going to guard you with multiple people.
And also you have to go for the lob. There was a lob to Pau. He caught it, but the momentum was carrying him behind the basket. So all of a sudden, he's behind the basket trying to somehow scoop it up and missed that one.
Sigurdsson on the wing here for Iceland. Here's Gunnarsson in the game. Williamson cycles back to get it. Slips a bounce pass to Beringsson. He lays it up and in. Nice play.
That's a great play by Beringsson right there. Strong pick, quick roll. He's wide open.
Good feed by Williamson with the assist.
If Iceland stays in motion, they are difficult to guard.
Yeah, you know what? You're exactly right. I agree with you, George. They just need to make a couple of 3s to keep you honest, make you step out to the perimeter. Then they can get some cutters going back door.
But we've heard it so many times when we listen to the timeouts. And Coach Peterson, if things were not going right, he just said, guys, we get our cut, we get our keep moving, keep passing the ball.
Well, great to see for Spanish fans that Rudy Fernandez is in the game. We know in the shoot-around, he didn't go to the shoot-around this afternoon. Got some treatment. Sergio Llull off the mark. Last touch by Ermolinski. Good ball reversal here to Llull. They love to go little for big for Gasol in the low post. He draws the double team. Rivas lets fly in and out. And Bennington with the rebound over Gasol. Can you believe it?
Look at the strong rebound by Bennington.
That shot there by Sigurdsson off the mark. Bennington gets the rebound. Shot clock still ticking. Ball didn't strike the rim. 10 here on the shot clock for Iceland. Williamson's shot, that strikes the rim. Mirotic clears the boards.
And Williamson just had no qualms about shooting over Gasol.
Gasol to Mirotic. And smart foul by Williamson.
And again, this is the double team that comes from the baseline. So unpleasant there for the big guy. He's turned to the baseline. All of a sudden, he turns into the double team. But Pau Gasol was expecting that.
Well, it's team fouls for Iceland. They have 5, so it'll send Mirotic to the free throw line.
Right here, you see the double team coming from the baseline. That's what's been the strategy the whole tournament for Iceland.
Williamson checks out.
And over here is all from Iceland.
And what does that mean? Have you figured that out yet?
Well, that was lesson number 2 in Icelandic for you, my friend. It's let's go Iceland.
Okay, let's go Iceland.
All from Iceland.
Outstanding. Lesson number 1 was the name of the volcano.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you still got that one in your pocket?
Yeah. Eyjafjallajökull. That is the volcano that stopped the air traffic over Europe 3 years ago.
You're like a James Bond. You know, James Bond studied languages. You know that. You must be the Czech James Bond.
I don't waste my time between the games here. I mean, I go out and I meet people. I talk to people. I get new information.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we pay you for, and we don't pay you enough, too, might I add. Let's hope our bosses are listening. Ermolinski lets fly. No good. Off the mark.
And Iceland just cannot buy a shot from the outside. That is not good news for them.
Reyes alley-oop to Mirotic. And he's pushed in the back by Ermolinski.
But Liam, we spoke about it last 2 games that if Iceland is not shooting from the outside, it's difficult. Today they're 0 for 7. Imagine they made a few of those shots, they'd be right there in the game.
You're right, but you know what? And this, they still stick to game plan A.
It's gonna stay the same.
They got game plan A and game plan A. But once they make shots, all of a sudden the complexion of the game changes. Mirotic. He's living at the free throw line today, Nikola Mirotic. 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 12 points already. We still got 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's been very effective early on. I think it's great for his self-confidence.
Difficult pass. Fernandez read it. Tipped out of bounds by Rudy Fernandez.
You know, it's deceptive because when people look at Nikola Mirotic, they think about him as an established older player, but he's only 24, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen so long in international competition on club level or the national team level that people think about him like a 26, 27-year-old. This is another three-pointer.
That missed by Sigurdsson. Gunnarsson runs down the rebound. Stephenson lost the handle. Touched last by Rudy Fernandez.
And this is why he's so valuable. I spoke to Coach Scariolo after the shootout. He said, you know, Rudy is so important for our defense. I mean, his hands, he likes to overplay the lane. He likes to go for the steal, and he does keep you honest.
Such an athlete. We all know he's explosive. We've seen him dunk the ball so many times on alley-oops. But his defense is underappreciated. Except by the coach, Ermolinski, and he knocks down the first 3.
And he's a streaky shooter. You better not let him get heat up.
Well, that's huge for Iceland. They're still hanging tough. They trailed just by 6 points. Less than 2 to play. Fernandez, he'll pull the trigger. That's no good. And Iceland gathered a long rebound. That's what they want. They want you to shoot it from 3. They'll compete for those long rebounds. Ermolinski. Lena Bennington's going to go at Reyes. Spin in the lane. Oh, it wouldn't drop. I think it's Reyes who tips it up and in.
I think so, but did you see the move, the spin move? What a great move by Bæringsson.
And so now, Iceland are staying tough. They trail just by 4 here in the first quarter. Into Reyes. Reyes sweeps along the baseline, powers it up, it won't drop.
That's a dogfight right there on the offensive board because Felipe Reyes is one of the best offensive rebounders in Europe.
Jul. Stop and pop off the glass, good.
That's his game right there. I mean, he was in motion. There was nobody coming to help side, so he used all his knowledge of the game to kiss it off the glass. That's a testimony to Iceland's game that Pau Gasol is coming back to the game in quarter 1.
Absolutely. The Spanish need this win. There's no doubt about it. Ermolinski, count it! Pavel Ermolinski!
He is fired up. I like his form. His shooting form is perfect. If he gets some confidence going, he can do a lot of damage there for Iceland.
One of the great characters in this tournament, too, is the assistant coach for Team Iceland. He's so emotional, and whenever a three-point shot is made, he gets up off his seat.
Well, I would say not only the three-pointer, he gets fired up a lot.
We're going to have to find out his name. We'll introduce you to him in the second half. There's Ermolinski, who just knocked down that 3 for Iceland. And Mirotic again back to the line. I was asking one of the journalists, George, about the Iceland players. Are they looking forward to tonight's game as they're going to play against guys they see on TV? And he said, you know what, it's our 4th game. It's kind of worn off. We've already played against enough NBA players. We just want to go out and play well.
Absolutely. And they will play their game, as we said before. They have not changed their game plan at all from game 1.
Not at all. So Martin Hermansson, the collegiate, comes in. He'll replace Ermolinski. Sergio Rodriguez in for Spain. Didn't start tonight. There's Gasol back in for Spain, right in the center of your screen. Last few seconds here of the first quarter. Iceland, will they try to get the last shot? That's over Gasol. He deflected a little bit too early from Bæringsson. Fernandez, no good. Well, at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Spain 20, Iceland 16. The teams will go to the benches and get a break. We'll get a break here from Berlin.
And now, friends, we are looking for 2 participants for the halftime game. The Eurobasket 2015 Skills Challenge. Jetzt suchen wir den Teilnehmer für die Skills Challenge für den Skills Contest in der Halbzeit. Frankie has got his T-shirt gun.
I think we get a very even game here. It's only 4-point lead by Spain, and if you look at the 3-point percentage there for Iceland, there's 2 for 11. I mean, if they make a couple of threes, they would be actually leading against Team Spain.
Yeah, and we've seen this from Iceland, though, haven't we, George? They can hang in there for 10 minutes. They can hang in there for 3 or 4 minutes here and there, but over the course of 40 minutes, they're just struggling to keep finding that level of consistency.
They are, but at the same time, there's one very impressive stat that is standing out. That is 0 turnovers by Iceland.
Yeah, amazing.
Because we said before, as you said, when they start making turnovers, they kind of fade, and then they face problems and adversity. But this time, they have not turned the ball over yet.
They have to play as well as they can in each and every game, just to be close to the opposition. But they're not out of place, George, are they? They are by no means, Iceland, are they out of place here. They've earned their right to be here. They've won people's hearts. They've been very close on 2 occasions to wins.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you look at back in those games that they played, the first one against Germany, the second one against Italy, absolutely close contest till the very last minute of the game. The only one that they lost mightily was against Serbia, and Serbia just counted them so well and just made a big separation there in the 4th quarter.
Logi Gunnarsson had 18 points for Iceland in that game.
But if you ask me, and if you ask the teams that have faced against Iceland, I think that they will tell you that there were no easy games against them.
Each of the coaches, Coach Fleming, Coach Piniajani, Coach Djordjevic have all praised Iceland. Huge respect for their game. Stephenson in the first possession, over Gasol. Stephenson goes at the big fella.
That takes guts right here. Jon Stephenson is playing with so much confidence. He's playing like the leader. He's the best athlete in Iceland for last year, and he's showing some leadership here early on.
He averages 12 a game, the leading scorer for the Vikings of Iceland. Gasol skips a pass to Fernandez, extra pass to Sanamaterio, who fires. No good. Reyes powers it up and in. That's what Reyes does.
That's what Reyes does best. He is so good at positioning himself well for the offense. Look at that, a three-pointer. That's a fast break right there.
It's
for
like
you.
3 seconds and it's on the way.
And nobody's upset about it.
Rodriguez. His basket drops.
You talk about some fast-paced basketball here between Spain and Iceland.
Hermanson. He'll turn around and not just fall softly off the rim.
That wasn't a bad move by Hermanson.
Now he's got to guard Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the pass intended for Gasol, a little bit too strong.
That was a good look because Paul was rolling right to the open spot under the basket. Just too much mustard on that pass.
A little bit too much paprika on that pass. Too much paprika in the paella. Starting to get hungry. Well, Wilhelmsson checks back in for Iceland. Paulson back in. Ermolinski back in. Paulson weaves towards Reyes. And that pass just a little bit too strong for Stephenson.
And he lost his balance there in footing when he collided with Felipe Reyes. He just did not quite recover after that. But he's a strong player. I mean, young, strong player.
Absolutely right. He'll be playing in the ACB next year. Will Holger Paulson. Sanamaterio, big minutes from him. Reyes just keeps his composure. I think it's going to be Gasol. Coach Peterson wants a timeout as he manages his clock. Spain have opened up an 8-point lead, and Coach Peterson wants to come and bring his troops in and have a chat. Well, you're getting a look in the arena at the dancing girls who entertain us in the timeouts, and here we're inside Coach Peterson's timeout.
Smother the ball. Hey, keep it out of the middle. Keep it out of the middle. That's giving us some problems. Up there, Jesus, we're getting good shots all over the place. Huh? Listen, if you get stuck, instead of these lollipops, somebody comes to the ball, boom, backdoor. Huh?
What? 5. Pavel is wide open. When he's in the screen, I'm setting the pick. It's a big on big. They don't know what to do.
You want to go 5-side and flare. 5-side. Hey, 5-side and flare on them.
Attack this press.
The last words from Coach Peterson, attack the press. We've talked about this before, haven't we, George? When you get over the half court, if you've got numbers, attack the back of the press.
You have to attack it, otherwise they're going to stay in the press and give you trouble all night.
So 1-3-1 half court. Iceland break it easily. Spain recover back into 2-3 zone. Hermanson over Gasol. Oh, Hermanson will be tweeting that tonight. He scored over the NBA superstar.
But it's like a third or fourth time that Pau Gasol is challenged by the players of Iceland penetrating down the lane.
Well, the fans of Long Island University, that should go on their website. Gasol backs down Ermolinski and just shows him who's boss.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, Pavel was just keeping his position, but Pau Gasol goes right over him.
Backdoor cut. Here's some pick-for-picker action. Ermolinski rattles home a three.
That's a third three-pointer for Ermolinski, and he is looking awfully confident on that shot. It was right in the face of Gasol.
Iceland are hanging tough. And we got a foul here on Gasol, a moving screen.
And we've seen it throughout the whole tournament. If the screener moves one bit, the referees are looking for it.
Still the half-court trap from Spain. Reyes is at the point of it. It's just passive to take some time off the shot clock. That doesn't really phase Iceland, though. They're going to get it up quick no matter what. Wilhelmsen. Extra pass to Stephenson. Pretty basketball from Iceland.
Absolutely pretty basketball. Penetrate and kick, and look for a better position teammate. That's a mantra.
Iceland are within 2 points. If it's on Paulson, now it's his third, and George, he's just got to keep his discipline.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, and he's a young player. We said it before. He's an up-and-coming player. Harcourt Paulson, he's only 23 years old, and he's paying his dues right now.
Yeah, now he's picked up his third, so he's going to have to come out. He'll be replaced by Linkson. Coach Peterson calls him Lenny.
That's a huge loss there for Iceland because Paulson is such a good athlete.
Gasol trying to get the ball to Reyes. Stephenson got his hand in the passing lane.
Did you see how fired up all of a sudden the Icelandic players are?
Oh, they've got belief. They're within 2 points. So this is a Spanish team that's ranked second in the world.
But everybody just pumping their fist, looking to their fans, looking to the bench. I mean, this team all of a sudden is alive.
Fernandez on the baseline, no good. Stephenson tipped it out of the hands of Reyes. Stephenson now on the wing. He'll rise. Medium jump shot, good. And would you believe it? It's 28-all. We've got 6 minutes to play in the second quarter, and the Iceland players come over to the bench with their fists pumping. When Coach Simone Pianigiani, the Italian coach, George, was in the press game conference after the game with Iceland. Iceland lost narrowly to Italy. He said, this is a serious team, Iceland. This is a good team.
There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, if you discount the game against Serbia, they just didn't go their way. But they still hung for half of the game tough, even with Serbia. Iceland has been just an incredible surprise of this tournament. Imagine they had some inside presence. Imagine they had a naturalized American player.
Yeah, you know, we talked about this, and it's maybe something they need to think about as they go forward, because they're going to go through the qualification process for the next Eurobasket in 2017. Maybe they bring in a naturalized player.
But right now, the Vikings of Iceland, they are clicking on all 12 cylinders. They are starting to believe. Do we have an upset in the making? And what an upset that would be.
12 cylinders. You've been walking by the Lamborghini dealership downtown. We walked by, we saw the Mercedes, we saw the Lamborghinis on our day off.
Well, the only problem was that we couldn't count all the zeros on the price tag. They got kind of confusing.
Too many zeros. Right now, it's 28-28 here in the arena, in the Berlin Arena. Game day 4, Group B, Eurobasket 2015. Reyes, he can shoot that. It's short. Stephenson with the rebound. Now Iceland up to the races, and the foul by Rodriguez.
And Felipe just had to shoot that shot because his defender completely sagged off of him. That is not an easy situation. If they're giving you the free throw shot,
daring you to shoot it, all of a sudden you start thinking about it too much.
You got good 5,000 people here watching you. I mean, it's not an easy situation.
Wilhelmsen runs into Reyes, kicks it back out. Stephenson. That's a tough shot. A little long. Byronson had a cleaner look. Rodriguez. Into Gasol. Look at the defense of Wilhelmsen on Gasol. Senimitario lets fly. That is short. Hermalinski with the rebound. Now, it's a 4-on-3 for Iceland. Hermansson. Wilhelmsen to Stephenson. In the lane, the scoop shot, oh, and one! Oh, young Stephenson drops it in. Can you believe it? Iceland have got their nose in front of Spain, 30-28.
I'm speechless.
It's unbelievable.
It doesn't happen too oftenly, and as you found out over the last 4 days, but
Yeah, you've got the gift of the gab, no doubt about it. We're going to make you an honorary Irishman. Stephenson, who's the sports personality of the year, you said, in Iceland. My goodness, he tacks on the N1, and I think he took a knock. He's walking gingerly.
we got Sigurdarson back on the court, just relieving there for a second. Stefansson.
He'll get some treatment from the physio down the end of the bench. He'll get a quick drink of water. And let's hope for Iceland he can come back in it. Look at the pressure defense from Byringson. Gasol, smooth as you like. Gasol just glides through the lane.
It was smooth, and I like that Ermolinski didn't waste a foul on Gasol, actually.
Wilhelmsen gets a screen from Byringson. Sigurdsson, shot clock at 5. Williamson goes at Gasol. That's short. Good defense by Pau Gasol. Shows he can guard on the perimeter a little bit.
He can. It is difficult to go against him because he's a big guy, 2'13", but he's got such long arms that he can afford to sag off of you. But when you take the ball up to shoot it, immediately there's his long hand.
Middleton checks back in for La Roja of Spain. Rodriguez off a stagger screen. Gasol wants the ball. He draws a crowd. White jerseys all around. He didn't get it off. Shot clock violation.
How many white jerseys were on Pau Gasol? Was it 3 or 4? I mean, his teammates just gonna make themselves available. Because you know that Pau is not a selfish player.
No, he can really move the ball, and he shares it very well. Good vision, good passer. Ermolinski grazes the rim. Long rebound, Iceland. It's good!
This is pure run and gun.
Run and gun basketball. Sigurdsson with that 3. Middleton wants it in a low post. The double team comes. Rodriguez extra pass to Jewell, who steps into a 3. No good. Iceland have got it. They're going to pin your ears back. They're going to go in transition. Ermolinski.
Good
kicks.
patience. Good patience by Ermolinski. He had nothing on Gasol.
Sigurdsson wants to give it to Byringson. He's got Jewell in the low post. Kicks. Sigurdsson, and that's just short. Good closeout by Middleton. Well, Iceland lead by 4. It's their largest lead. We've got less than 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
Now, what a team defense there by Iceland. They are just, again, all over the place. Recovering, rotating.
Rodriguez in flow. That's a smooth shot by Rodriguez.
That's a great shot by Chacho Rodriguez. But Spain is really having to work hard for all their points.
If you're Iceland, George, when do you come back with Stephenson? Nice pass down the lane, the layup, the backdoor cut!
And this is what the coach asked for, just make the backdoor cuts with the speed of Iceland. This makes sense.
Sigurdsson with the layup. Iceland lead by 3, 2 to play. Rodriguez to Jewell. Rivas. Rodriguez lets fly. It's short. And Byringson blocks out Gasol. Here's Ermolinski for Iceland. Ermolinski over Mirotic. Short.
And he signals off to the bench. Yeah, that was my fault. I took an early shot. Bad shot selection there by Pavel Ermolinski.
He's grown in stature in this tournament. He made some immature mistakes in their Iceland's opening game against Germany.
Exactly. If you compare it to his first game, he was playing just kind of tentative, was thinking about passes, about his shot, but right now he's not thinking about anything. He's just playing very confident basketball.
You know the expression, you think you stink. You just got to play the game. Rodriguez to Rivas. Rivas, that's good.
And Paul Ribas is a great shooter. You cannot leave him open. Of course, Iceland has to scramble. They have to collapse on the inside and give out the outside shot sometime.
Well, the man from Valencia knocks it up at 36 each. I think Miric is going to get called for a foul here.
I almost thought
on Spain.
There was a collision between Sigurdarsson and Ermolinski.
Victor Klaver is going to come in and he'll replace Mirotic with his second foul.
This is a good game for Klaver to play because he's a natural three, so he can use his quickness. He's going to be guarding players out on the perimeter all night long.
Stephenson back in for Iceland. Drops a pass to Byrington. Just missed the layup. He felt he was bumped from behind by Klaver. No call.
That was a great position there by Byrington. Maybe he was surprised at the end how alone he was. Nobody really challenged that shot.
Yeah,
but you know, the thing is, he's 2'1". He has to go with a quick shot. He cannot really position his feet. He's just gonna go up really quickly.
Right now, Gasol being sandwiched in the low post. Ribas with the triple.
Making the most of his minutes. Pau Ribas has been just really economic here with all he does for Team Spain.
Ribas with 6 points on back-to-back threes. Iceland, can they respond?
Ribas really working hard there defensively, denying any passes.
Ermolinski's going to try and break down Klaver. Rodriguez strips it. Byrington's hook, no good. Gasol with the rebound. Now Spain with a chance to extend their lead in what might be the last possession here of the first half. Rodriguez very patient. Just about a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Rodriguez, touch pass to Gasol, and he lays it up and in.
That's a great execution of high-low.
Iceland can't respond. They trail by 5 at halftime. Iceland, they led by as many as 4 in the first half. You scored halftime. Spain 41, Iceland 36. Well, George, Iceland have made 5 threes. They're 5 for 17, 29%. Starting to climb up that shooting percentage. They make a couple of more, you just never know.
Yeah, they are climbing up. They are looking more confident with their outside shot. They were not falling at all at the beginning. If you remember, they started 0 for 7 in the beginning, but it's been a better fare from there. I think that Spain closed strong. It was a 7-0 lead to close the first half, I'm sorry. So right now, heading to the locker room, it's a lot more upbeat and positive mood in the Spanish locker room.
Yeah, and I think that's important for Spain. They want to keep 6, 8, 10-point leads so they can stay nice and comfortable. You're starting to get nervous when all of a sudden the underdog gets close, and for the underdog, they feed off belief, don't they? You know, if they stay close, they start to believe, they grow in confidence, grow in stature.
And you heard the fans, I mean, immediately when they made a comeback and went up 4 points, Iceland, I mean, we just heard these fans right behind us.
Yeah, tremendous atmosphere here in the Berlin Arena. We'll take a break at halftime. It is Spain 41, Iceland 36.
on the ball. DJ, please start the countdown.
2, 1.
Go. Fans from Iceland, make some noise for Benedict. Next pass station. Yeah, and Germany. Benedict in 24 seconds. That's one of the best times we have ever had, I think. Great job. Enrique, that's your time to beat. Are you ready? Then put the ball on here. DJ, please start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Go. España, some noise for Enrique. España, we can hear you. Let's go, Enrique. Yes. Next pass station. And slalom dribbling at the end. 56 seconds. Enrique. But we have a winner with one of the best times I've ever seen in the skills contest, really. It's Benedict from Iceland. You win this replica game ball of Eurobasket 2015, which you can also buy in the official shop outside of the arena. And for Enrique, a mini Frankie. Congratulations! So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a seat. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte nehmen Sie Plätze wieder ein. In knapp 2 Minuten geht's weiter. Die zweite Halbzeit im Spiel Island gegen Schweiz.
Well, good evening, or guten Abend, as they say in this part of the world. We're in the German capital city of Berlin. It is game day 4 here in Eurobasket 2015. The final game of 3 here today in Group B. It is Iceland versus Spain at halftime. There are 5 points separating the two teams. There's Jon Stephenson. You're getting a look at some of the highlights. And right now, George, we are so excited by the fact we've got a close ball game here between the underdogs Iceland and the aristocrats Spain.
Well, it is very exciting outing here. I thought in the beginning it was looking like a one-sided affair there for Spain, but all of a sudden, a couple of threes there by Pavel Ermolinski, and Iceland is back into the game, and so are their fans that are sitting directly behind us.
Well, Iceland right now is shooting 5 for 17 from behind the rainbow. If they make a couple more of those threes, they are a difficult proposition.
And if they keep the amount of turnovers low, because at the moment, after 20 minutes, this is their best game as far as turnovers are concerned, as far as taking care of the ball. They have turned the ball over only one time.
Amazing. That's absolutely amazing when you think of it. For Spanish fans, they need their team to win this game. They have a 1-2 record after 3 games.
Right? Be creative.
We're looking here to Coach Peterson.
Hey, let's go get it.
And that's the, you just saw fleetingly the assistant coach for Iceland. Such a passionate leader of the team.
And that's Jon Stephenson here in slow motion. That was the N1 play he made. He's the highest scorer there for Iceland with 12 points. He's got 2 rebounds to go with that and 3 assists. Jon Stephenson just really making his presence felt there for Iceland in the first half.
Well, if you're just joining us, welcome. It is Spain in the red uniforms. Right now, Hooker Paulson's having a word with Fernando Santimaterio. They're going to be teammates next year. Having a little laugh. Iceland in the white. First possession to the Spanish. They come out with Sergio Llull, Pau Gasol, Paul Rivas, Nikola Mirotic, and Fernando Santimaterio. Iceland, the man-to-man D. Iceland can switch all screens. Now Gasol, guarded by Paulson. Draws the double team. Inside to Mirotic. Good execution by the Spanish.
And that's what has been working actually the whole game. The cooperation between Mirotic and Gasol. Gasol's got 12 points and Mirotic 16.
Pass over the top to Stephenson. Oh, he missed the alley-oop. Perfect execution by Iceland. Llull. Mirotic with the rebound. And he's fouled by Ermolinski.
That was a good execution here by Iceland. If you remember in the first half, Coach Peterson was asking for backouts. Anytime bigger and oversized Spain is pressuring you guys, just go with the backouts. That's what they did. But, you know, if you go as a smaller guy to the backout, Jon Stephenson caught the ball. It's difficult to finish it, you know, in the lane against Spain. This is nothing easy.
And Mirotic has been earning his living on the free throw line tonight. Misses that free throw.
But still, look at the productivity of the big guys of Spain. The duo from Chicago Bulls. Spain's got 43 points at the moment, and 28 of those are coming from these 2 players.
I like that, the duo from Chicago. I like that.
That's pretty good, huh?
That is pretty good, actually, yeah. And Bulls fans can look forward to Mirotic and Gasol this season. Mirotic got his hand in the passing lane there. Rivas to Jewel, and he powers it up and in.
That's a strong play there by Drew. He really explodes up to the basket, takes contact, but he finishes.
Ermolinski here. Iceland come out with Byrington, Ermolinski, Stephenson, Poulsen.
And these are exactly the lapses that you said that they cannot afford to make. Not against Spain, not against anybody in this tournament.
Unforced turnover there. 10 points. Spain opened up their largest lead. Shouts of Iceland behind us. Jewel down into Mirotic in the low post. Skips it past to Rivas. Extra pass to Cementerio. Shares it with Gasol. Gasol hit the side of the backboard. Stephenson eludes.
And Pau is a little bit frustrated. He thought that Byrington got a lot of his body on that shot. That was great ball movement, if you ask me. Sharing the sugar around the horn. Then it dump it down to Gasol.
Very good team play by Spain. Rivas guards Williamson. Stephenson rides the screen of Byrington. Oh, threads the needle to Byrington. The reverse layup is good.
Byrington just somehow finds where he is.
Cementerio, that's an easy basket for Spain. Iceland need to tighten up defensively. Iceland come right back. Byrington, the trailer, thought about it. Stephenson down to Byrington. And he's swallowed up by red jerseys. There's a foul by Johan Stephenson.
That's difficult there for Byrington to go really into a post-up situation. You know, I mean, if he goes with a quick shot, I understand. But if he goes to a position backing down his player, it becomes difficult when all the red jerseys collapse.
That's not going to end well, is it? As we saw there, good defense by Spain.
You got some big players with Pau Gasol and Nikola Mirotic coming down on you.
Gasol showing some mobility. Gasol having a word with Williamson. It all seems amicable, but Williamson he's going toe-to-toe with the 7-footer.
He's not too happy about it. Pau Gasol was like, calm down, young fella.
Exactly right.
I mean, Williamson was just like a true Viking. This is how I imagine the Vikings.
Gasol becomes the diplomat and the peacemaker. I think that's respect, don't you think, George? I mean, he's like, okay, I know this is. You're going to have to do this to me. You're going to have to, collapse on me. Doesn't show any malice. Williamson plays his club basketball for the Tricolour Basketball Club in Greece. Spain stay in the pressure defense. 12 points the difference. I think this is a very important couple of minutes now coming up for Iceland as they try to weather a storm.
And that's the biggest lead there for Spain. 12 is 50-38. And we got 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go.
We know that Iceland go through runs. They go through purple patches where they score points in batches. Poulsen, his teardrop won't fall. Stephenson with the rebound. Stephenson at Gasol. Powers it up, it won't drop. And then competes for the rebound.
What a challenge right there. And Pau he's smiling right there. I mean, he's paying respect.
Here's Stephenson, goes at Poulsen, then he goes and competes for the rebound, and Pau.
That is a tough take right there on Gasol.
Absolutely. Mirotic with the kick. Fresh 14 for Iceland. Spain's in 2-3 zone. Into the high post. Inside out play. Williamson shot. No good. That's the way to attack a zone. Byrington pressures the outlet pass. Just didn't get it.
He almost stole it because Mirotic threw it to the basket.
Gasol.
And that's great technique. Great fundamentals there. Of course, a great push there by Yu up the court. He gets there early. He sees Gasol standing right next to the basket. He just throws it up, says, come get it, big fella. Right here, you see right here. And Pau Gasol does not bring it down 1 inch.
Perfect demonstration of low post play. Timeout here for Iceland. Spain lead 52-38. It's a wonderful atmosphere here in the Berlin Arena.
Cross there and hit him. Use both things against
In the words of Coach Peterson.
All right. We're still getting good shots. We gotta get back in. We gotta get back. Huh? Next time in we get a half-court.
And you have to agree with him. They are still getting good shots, but what's been the difference is they have not been able to stop Spain on transition. You saw Sergio Llull just going coast to coast, and other players, this is what you need to do. You need to stop him.
Well, you heard him say, Coach Peterson say, use ball fakes against the press. Gotta fake a pass to make a pass, especially against the zone press.
But I'll tell you what, I mean, if Sergio Llull gets running, it's not easy to stop him.
I'd like to see him in a foot race with Dennis Schroeder, who we saw earlier today.
And also, Llull's got some serious power in those legs. I mean, look at his legs. You saw Rudy Fernandez there on the bench. He hasn't checked in back into the game in the third quarter.
Livingston, the center of the press. Stephenson tries to attack Middleton. Williamson, he lets fly. That falls off. And Livingston with the rebound. Stephenson, good!
That spirit of Iceland right there. Byriksen getting a big rebound, immediately goes out to Stefansson, who nails down the three.
Wilhelmsson. Llull to Gasol.
And that's a tough foul right there by Byriksen. But no problem for Pau Gasol. He's going to go to the free throw line, have 2 free throws.
Livingston's second foul. Hermalinski and Wilhelmsson will come out. In go Hermansson and Sigurdsson.
And Byriksen is up to 6 rebounds. I mean, when you saw him fighting there for the offensive rebound, he just really was giving it all he had.
Livingston plays for the Sundsvall Dragons Club in Sweden.
But when we spoke to the fans the first day, they say he's the heart and the soul of the team. I mean, he just gives so much.
He's the captain of the team. And here is Il Jefe, the boss. Gasol makes both free throws. Spain stay in the press. Great way to break it to the middle. Hermansson spotting up, he wants it. Paulson, good! Oh, nothing but nylon!
That was a good shot, but you saw the ball movement. This is exactly what Coach Peterson wanted, just quick passes.
Iceland switch on all screens. Rivas to Gasol. Center material, might have got away with a travel. Stop from Pau.
That's with authority. Pau just leaves no doubt on that one.
That's a kapow dunk.
Well, I mean, he just went up above the rim, brought the house down. And he's being so calm about it.
Playing a lot of minutes tonight.
I think this is maybe not exactly the way that maybe Willy Hernan Gomez was supposed to get more minutes, but I mean, this is a tight game. See the replay right here, the last three-pointer by Paulson, because tomorrow Spain's gonna have to go against Germany.
In a capacity crowd, we had 13,000 fans in the game between Germany and Italy, and Germany will be playing for their lives tomorrow.
But so will be Spain.
The three from Joel in the corner. Got it.
That's going to be an important game for Spain as well.
Yeah, especially because position now as this group will cross over with Group A originally. So number 4 in Group B cross with number 1 in Group A. That's likely to be France. At home, Byrington's shot no good. Julie's so fleet.
I know it's too early to speak about the options, but just speaking to people around here in the arena, tomorrow between Germany and Spain, actually it could happen that Spain will get knocked out from the group stage if Germany wins and some other results happen. Yeah, it's one of the 4 options that I got written out here. Actually, Spain will not make it out of the group if Italy wins and Germany beats Spain. Then it's hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby. Well, should Spain win this game, and it's still very much in doubt, they'll rise to 2-2. If they lose tomorrow, they'll be 2-3. This Reyes. That's what Reyes is all about, offensive rebound and putback. Stefansson, top of the key for Iceland. His pass intended for Byrington, but Reyes got a hand on it.
Oh, that's a good 2-man game right there. Stefansson with Byrington.
Byrington checks out. Ermolinski comes in. 7 on the shot clock for Iceland. Paulsen trying to make something happen in the dribble drive. And look at Hermanton. Oh, the smallest guy on the floor had it momentarily, just stepped on the line, out of bounds.
But he's showing a lot of heart on that play. Martin Hermanson, get in there with the big fellas.
Mixing it in the forest. Rodriguez in here for Spain. We've yet to see Willy Hernan Gomez. Reyes in the low post, rises over Ermolinski. That's smooth from Felipe Reyes. He's having a good tournament.
That is just mechanical right there. I don't think that we expected so much contribution there from Felipe Reyes, he's probably the oldest player there on the team with Pau Gasol. They've been playing together, the generation of players born 1980.
Ermolinski, there's a guy you like. That's his 4th 3.
And he is sizzling hot today. I'll tell you what, Pavel Ermolinski just opening up some eyes.
Well, Reyes averages 11 points per game. He's the 2nd leading scorer in the Spanish team so far in the tournament. Sanamaterio kicks to Miletic. Miletic bends the knees, and that's nothing but net.
And that's his favorite spot in the corners.
He loves that corner 3-pointer.
If you remember him in Real Madrid, that's exactly where he was spotting up, in the corners. Rodriguez almost stole that ball. He was trying to overplay the lane. And it's looking like Rudy Fernandez will not play in the second half because we see Vives, young player, checking in there for Spain, number 15.
Spain starting to ramp it up now. They lead by 21. It's been a clinical 3rd quarter from the Spanish. This quarter, it's 27-11. Paulsen's 3!
Did you say it was clinical, Ian?
Paulsen knocks down a 3. Reyes spins, draws a crowd, gets it back, kicks to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez with the triple.
And this is what you have to do. There's a lot of players collapsing there on Felipe Reyes, and you have to shoot it. Otherwise, it will be just collapsing all night long. Chacho Rodriguez had to shoot that shot.
I like the nickname Cha-Cha.
That's because he's so quick.
Is that okay? All right. I didn't know that.
You know the Spanish dance, Cha-Cha.
I know the Cha-Cha, yeah. I've seen the dance.
Well, make the association by watching
Rodriguez on the floor.
Yeah.
Rodriguez, he is a magician with the ball in his hands. I call him Il Mago, the magician in Spanish. Miletic lays it up and in.
Again, great passing there between 4 and 5 men on the interior for Spain.
Paulsen, you make it 2, he says, I'll come back and make it 3.
No problemo. for Paulson.
Wow. It's 20-point difference, 1:30 to play here in Berlin. And Reyes gets called for the foul on a push.
Do you think that Paulson is extra inspired to play against Spain? As you said before, he's going to play his professional basketball to Victoria, Spain.
Exactly right, yeah. No doubt about it. He'll see these players in the ACB season. Vives in for Spain, the young talent. In comes Victor Klaver. Hermansen. Gunnarsson. Oh, tried to get a wraparound pass to Helena Baringsson. Just couldn't get on the end of it.
7 seconds to shoot there for Iceland.
That's plenty of time for Iceland. They shoot in 3 seconds. Hermansen. Stripped. Picks it up and puts it up and in.
He's a feisty player. I mean, I heard the contact that he was drawn all the way here to the commentary booth. No problem for Martin Hermansen.
Well, the Iceland fans are in strong voice behind us. Paulson guarding Jul. Pass to Rodriguez. The three, no good. Klaver with the rebound. He's stripped. Reyes with the rebound, and he's fouled by Baringsson.
And you saw it there with Klaver. He made a cardinal mistake that he brought the ball down. Remember Pau Gasol keeping it up high, but after the rebound, Klaver brings it down immediately. It's clobbered, and he loses the ball. Thankfully for Spain, or luckily for Spain, Felipe Reyes recovers it.
There are the Iceland fans.
I'll tell you what, Baringsson is not backing down from Reyes.
Not one bit. Baringsson with just his second foul. And to be fair to him, he apologized to Reyes. And we've got the shout behind us. Let's go, Iceland.
That's right.
Teach me some more Icelandic as we go throughout the tournament. Paulson grabs the rebound. Final seconds here in the third quarter. Spain have opened up a commanding 19-point lead. They have led by as many as 21. Can Iceland trim the deficit they face as they try to get the last shot? Baringsson. Foul there by Vives. Spain had a foul to give, so 3.4 seconds left. Fourth team foul on Spain, the first on Vives.
That's a smart foul right there by Vives. They still had a foul to give. Obviously now they're going to have to dig down and play some good defense.
Paulson. That falls off the ring. Baringsson tipped it up and in. And the basket is good. There's just no quit in this Iceland team.
Look at the tip-in right here by Baringsson, and Felipe Reyes was just so frustrated with himself after that play.
There's your score, Spain 74, Iceland 57 at the end of 3.
Looking at the stats, Spain just holding a big-time edge there in rebounding by 9. Also shooting some high percentage shots from 2. So Spain is shooting 66% from 2, 57 from the field. This is a size advantage that they hold over Iceland.
Iceland with the 17 fouls. It looks now, George, the viewers can't see this. We're looking inside Iceland's huddle, but one of the referees just whistled and waved off. So it looks like the referees reviewed the play, and they may very well be canceling Baringsson's tip.
But it's a smart play there by the referees to review the tip-in.
The referee's just walking over. We're going to see if we see it. No, we're not going to see it here. Let's hope the guys in the truck can bring the replay to us. Here's Gasol. He'd like to stay rooted to the bench. Get a couple more minutes rest. And for Iceland, they need to start to make a run here. These next 3-4 minutes, George, important for Iceland if they're going to build some momentum towards a comeback.
Absolutely, it's a 19-point lead for Spain. And if Iceland wants to do something about it, get back into the game, they better start going early.
Iceland with the first possession. Edmondson, Sigurdsson, Baringsson, Paulsen, and Gunnarsson on the floor for Iceland. Foul on the penetration. Gunnarsson earns himself a trip to the line.
That was a nice aggressive stake there by Gunnarsson. He's a fearless player.
Logi Gunnarsson plays in the domestic Icelandic league.
One of the 4 players, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. Makes them both. Good start then for Iceland. Gunnarsson trying to implore the crowd to get behind him. Spain come out with Rodriguez, Klaver, Rivas, Reyes, and Vives. Reyes establishes position in the low post, and he's stripped.
Again, he brought the ball down. If you bring the ball down against Iceland, you're gonna get it stripped.
Oh, Rodriguez with the steal. He picked the pocket of Hermanson.
There's some call going between Felipe Reyes and the referees, but the referees just shrugging his shoulders and say it was all ball. Look at the steal here. By Rodriguez, starts a fast break, it's fouled immediately.
The referee saying, man, I've refereed Iceland 3 times. I know what they're like, man. It's only the first time you played against them. Rodriguez. Vives had time to check the seams. The 3 rattles in and out. Willemsen. Ermolinski. Stevenson check back in. Oh, great move by Sigurdsson. He'll spot up in the corner. Gets in the lane. Shot short by Baringsson. Picks up the loose ball. And then turns it over. Rodriguez lays it up and in.
That was a tough break there for Iceland. After getting the offensive rebound, it was a turnover, an immediate fast break there by Spain. You pay for your mistakes like that against Spain.
Absolutely against a quality team. Mistakes like that kill you. Spain lead by 19. Sigurdsson, no good. Baringsson, he's so active. Tips it this time only into the hands of Rivas. Klaver, great deep basket cut. And Baringsson commits the foul from behind, his 3rd.
He's making his fouls count right there, Lee.
Absolutely.
He just came down the lane flying. He was a little bit late getting back on transition defense. But when he saw Victor Klaver getting a good chance at a high percentage basket, he was there with vengeance. That's his 3rd personal foul. Gonna go to the bench, and Paulsen comes back.
After Paulsen checks back in, this is Victor Klaver for Spain.
So we got 4 players on Iceland there with 3 fouls. It's Paulsen, Ermolinski, Baringsson, and Sigurdsson.
Klaver is off to Russia next year. The Khimki club. You might get a chance to see him play next year in your travels.
I know that Khimki Moscow's got some big plans because they advanced to EuroLeague.
Willemsen, his shot rims out. Rodriguez pass ahead to Klaver, and good defense by Paulsen. Now it's a 5-on-4 here for Iceland as Victor Klaver hustles back on defense. Good hands by Rodriguez.
That's great hands by Rodriguez. Otherwise, it would have been Sigurdarson there in the corner just putting up a three-pointer. You know it was going out.
Oh, it was going up. There's no doubt about that. There it is, Sigurdarson. And it just won't drop for him. Iceland right now 10 for 29.
That's a lot of three-pointers.
Rodriguez to Vives to Reyes. And Reyes powers it up and in.
That was a strong move by Felipe.
Paulson. Ooh. Oh, it's an intentional foul, an unsportsmanlike foul here on Reyes.
That's maybe because all the complaining that Felipe has done, the referee is giving him the intentional foul.
Just down to our left, as you look at Felipe Reyes, big Ragnar Nathanielson is warming up for Iceland.
But actually, there was the same thing that we spoke about before. There was nobody between the ball, the offensive player, and the basket. It was a foul from behind. The referees have to call that.
It's not a judgment call. It's an out and out.
It's automatic. I mean, this is what they work on. That's why they have the technical meeting every day in the morning. They review the tapes. They look at the situations. And overall, I think that they have done a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you and I have disagreed on a few things, but absolutely, overall, the refereeing's been outstanding as Willemsen knocks in the two. Rivas, top of the key. And this foul here is going to be against Sigurdsson.
That's a good call because Sigurdarson just kind of grabbed Felipe Reyes, who was going to slip the screen and roll to the basket. Good alertness there by Robert Viklitsky of the Czech Republic.
You're just getting the ref name in there, showing your national team colors. Of course, Czech Republic are at these championships. Do they play today?
They won.
Reyes keeps it alive and then puts it up and in.
They just booked their ticket to Lille.
Pass ahead, Stevenson to Paulson. A pretty basketball by Iceland.
I mean, it takes all 3 seconds for Iceland to go after getting basket scored on.
They've still got lots of energy to run their lanes. It's a travel. Stevenson puts Vivas under pressure, and he did change his pivot feet. Well, Ermolinski wants the ball from Vivas. Ermolinski speaks Spanish, so does Stevenson. They've played in Spain during their career. And Iceland, they're trying to claw themselves back in it.
They just never give up.
Paulson. Might have been fouled by Reyes. Rodriguez, 3-on-2. Look away pass to Claver, and he's fouled by Ermolinski. So Vives is coming out. As you look at the look-away pass by Ilmago.
I think it's Ribas who's coming out. Vives was just trying to wipe the dust off his shoes. I think he's going to stay on.
So it's the 4th foul on Ermolinski.
I think now Sergio Scariolo, having a 20 points plus lead, he's going to try to save energy from his core guys.
We should see Hernan Gomez soon. We haven't seen Pablo Aguilar very much for Spain in this tournament. See if he gets any time today. Stevenson over Vivas. That's the veteran saying to the young fella.
That's a clinic right there, just using his power and experience.
Victor Claver, he probes, one dribble, short. Reyes, he's a machine inside, he gets stripped again.
But he keeps making the same mistake, he just brings the ball down. So frustrating there for Felipe Reyes. He's immediately surrounded by 3 players in white jerseys.
It's his 5th rebound, Reyes. I think the statistician might have missed 1 or 2.
Look at the replay right here. If Felipe doesn't bring the ball down, there's nothing the Icelandic players can do about it. And And we got Egger Steinarsson there, the smallest player on the team.
Steinarsson checks in for Iceland, number 29. Paulson to Stephenson. That pass intended for Sigurdsson. Look at the ball movement of Iceland. Ermolinski, short. Steinarsson to Stephenson. Stephenson inside amongst the trees. It wouldn't fall.
What a gutsy take right there by Stefansson. I mean, he is exerting so much energy.
Rodriguez behind the back pass to Reyes. Cementerio to Victor Claver. His jump hook won't fall. Claver gets the rebound. He brings it down. They need to come over here and sit with you in your corner right here.
That's it right there. I mean, you bring it down, it's automatic.
You need to get the big guys over here and give them a clinic.
And you get your wish granted. It's Pablo Aguilar there making his appearance.
Number 13 for Spain coming in. Of course, Spain are without the services of Marc Gasol, Jose Calderon, Ricky Rubio at this tournament. Steiner! Oh, he goes in amongst the trees. Steinarsson lays it up and in.
That is amazing.
And now a backcourt violation created by the pressure defense of Iceland. It's Gunnarsson with the pressure D. There's the basket by Steinarsson. And in for Iceland now, checks in the big fella, Ragnar Nathanielsson, the number 5 for Iceland. But we're going to get a timeout here. Smiles all around from the neutral fans. Spain lead Iceland 84-66.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Millennium Dancers.
Ajustarse. Vamos a volver a centrarnos. Si tenemos aquí, acoges aquí la bota y atacas. Guille, atacas, te presionan, atacas. Luego te puedes parar, pero le atacas.
That's the same thing that was said on the other side. If they start pressing, you have to attack. You have to face the pressure. I mean, if you go back on your heels, this is playing to the hands of the team that is pressuring the ball.
You're looking at highlights from play throughout this game. Jonas Stephenson is pacing Iceland with 17 points.
Paul Gasol is up to 21 again. No, he does not. He's got 22. So look at that, 43 points between those two guys.
And one of the points of emphasis you made early on is that the guards are going to have to turn up at this tournament because Mirotic, Gasol, Reyes have been doing the heavy scoring for Spain.
They're doing it game in, game out. Are we waiting for the guards to get up there with them? I think this is certainly something that Sergio Scariolo at some point, he's going to have to challenge his guards.
Certainly plenty of talent there between Rodriguez, Fernandez, Rivas. Joel, talking about talented guards, Steinarsson. He goes in amongst the trees again, rocks the cradle and lays it up and in.
I don't believe it. 1'82" Steinarsson. And I'm not sure if he's 1'82".
That's just the size of his heart. And now he fouls Rodriguez. Oh, it's going to count.
They give him the continuation. He was chasing behind him.
The Iceland fans don't like it. Let's see if we can get the guys in the truck to show this again. Coach Peterson stepping in.
He's going to have to calm down his troops.
Certainly was a delayed shot by Rodriguez. Rodriguez tacks on the N1. The pressure from Spain. Steinarsson got himself in some trouble. And Victor Claver picks up the loose ball and lays it up and in. It's a young team on the floor for Iceland. And Coach Peterson's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to have to give him some advice how to break the press. He has to calm them down, but he's been saying it all day long. Just make some ball fakes, move, put somebody in the middle, but they've been just kind of stuck all in the same spot. Too many players.
Yeah, it's a difficult task for the Iceland players to unlock this press.
Listen, I want this. I want you to take it out. So you don't get trapped. When it comes in, if they come to trap, you step in and then use your jets.
Applause for Frankie.
If you get beat, don't dribble between two guys. Pick one, and if you don't beat them, pick it up. And then we can't stand and watch. And we can't have guys on
That's a
top
good
of each
advice
other.
right there. Steinar, so the smallest guy is going to have to take it out of bounds. When he inbounds it, then he gets the ball back and he puts the jets on.
Absolutely. We've seen him put the jets on the way to the rim. He's got 4 points to Steinarsson for Iceland.
Right here, you see the replay. Look at that. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion.
I love the little rock the cradle there to finish. And the Iceland fans have certainly added great atmosphere to all of the games here. We know them from our hotel, don't we, George?
We do. Good people.
Yeah, absolutely. Huddemanson kicks to the corner. Kautosen. Steinarsson. The long three. Nothing but nylon. Logan Gunnarsson threads it for Iceland.
That's a
Davis
carry.
gets called for the carry. He's had a tough couple of minutes.
I'll tell you what, Hermansson is just right in his face. This was the last three-pointer right there. And even the Spaniards are saying, whoa!
Spaniards are saying caliente.
I thought he was saying en fuego.
En fuego is right, yeah.
I was reading his lips. What are you talking about?
You speak Spanish better than I do. Gunnarsson shot short. Last touch by Aguilar. There's Ermolinski. He speaks a bit of Spanish. He was with Gran Canaria when he was younger. Huddemanson, catch and release, no good.
But he's a fast player. I mean, he can use the picks pretty well to get himself open.
Cementerio back into Hernan Gomez. He's fouled by Big Ragnar.
And that's a school right there for Nathanielson. He just needs to get stronger, really, because Hernan Gomez just pins him underneath the basket. If you remember yesterday against Serbia, against Milutinovic, Big Ragnar was also getting some valuable lessons there. I think if he gets stronger, he gets lower to the ground, he could be a good defensive presence there. He's 2'18". I don't know about Iceland, but I think that we're seeing the tallest man in Iceland right there.
That's a good question,
No,
actually.
that's what we got to ask.
Let's find that out for tomorrow. He might be the tallest man in Iceland. Good point.
What's the population of Iceland, by the way?
It's 300,000.
330,000.
Wow, you just quizzing me, weren't you? I didn't know that you were so. You're right, 330,000. And they've got about 1,500 of them here. Klaver, catch, shoot. That is smooth. Victor Klaver with the tree play.
That was a great release by Klaver after the skip pass.
We've got a moving screen here. Who's it on?
On the big man.
It's on Kautosen. No, yeah, it's on Kautosen. That's exactly right.
Number 4.
Number 4 for Iceland.
Man, the mascot just almost jumped all over you.
The mascot's got some. He's got some ups.
He's pretty feisty.
Cementerio. His triple rattles home. Spain tacking on the points now. 24-point lead over the spirited Iceland team. Ragnar's a long way from the basket. Steinarsson trying to make something happen. Shot clock at 3. Gunnarsson shot, no good. Vivas with the rebound for Spain. Cementerio, he loves to shoot it. And Victor Klaver with the rebound.
There was nobody boxing him out. He comes from the weak side over Sigurdarson.
Got some Take Me Home Country Roads. Well, we're trying to get on the road to Lille. Tomorrow is the final day, game day 5 tomorrow. Final day of action in Group B as Serbia will start against Italy. It'll be Germany versus Spain. And then Turkey will face off against Iceland in the final game, as Iceland still in search of their first win here in their first ever European Championships of basketball. Victor Claver knocks down the free throws. Gunnarsson on the fade. Alley-oop. Big Ragnar couldn't get off the ground.
That was well intended for him. He was right underneath the basket.
Good cut by, Ragnar with the block! Well, let's hope that makes the highlight reels back in Iceland. Gunnarsson make that just off the mark. Great block by Big Ragnar Nathanielson. Center Materio will lay it up for Spain. And Spain are getting close to the ton. 99 points. And I wonder, George, I just planted a seed for tomorrow. This might be an Achilles heel of Spain. They are the first in the whole tournament. Points per game, they're ranked first with 91 points per game. But when it comes to points allowed, they're 23rd of 24. They give up 87 points per game, the Spanish.
That is scary.
It is scary.
I was not aware of that, and this is for sure something that Coach Carrillo is going to have to address. And actually, he was speaking about it today after the shootout. He said we're struggling defensively.
Hermansen to Gunnarsson, and that counts. That basket will count as the ball struck the backboard. Well, that brings game day 4 to a close here in Berlin. Your final score in the third and final game between Spain and Iceland as the players meet at midcourt. Spain 99, Iceland 73. We'll close this one out with some closing comments and some look at some statistics. Iceland 32% from behind the rainbow, 41%. That is good for Spain. And look at Spain inside, 2 points, 64%. Both teams shot well from the free throw line. Spain, not surprisingly, really pressed their advantage on the backboard. They are plus 16 in rebounds. And Spain again with another team-like performance with 28 assists. Spanish fans are happy. Their team rise to 2-2 in this tournament. Iceland fall to 0-4, but they have been really a magical part of this tournament as you look at their loyal and faithful fans. There's your final score. It's 99 Spain, Iceland 73. Middleton with 22 points. Stephenson with 17 for Iceland. On behalf of my partner, George Zedek, it's Liam Canny saying, I'll be the same until tomorrow, game day 5, the final day of action in Berlin in Eurobasket 2015.
algjörlega mögnuð stund hérna í Mercedes-Benz höllinni að eiga sér stað. Hlynur Bæringsson, við byrjum bara á stuðningi áhorfenda sem eru búin að vera hérna á fullu gasi.
Já. Voru ekki við sem töpuðum það? Hvernig var það? Ég veit ekki. Þetta er svona útrúlegt, bara ótrúlega gaman. Maður veit ekki alveg hvernig maður að vera. Ég er fullur af þakklæti. Við erum svo óvanir, við vitum ekkert hvað maður gera. Við hérna stöndum í smá stund og klöppum og veitum ekkert hvernig maður hafa okkur. Þannig að þetta er rosalega gaman.
Að leiknum sjálfum, ég verð að segja fyrri hálfleikunum frammistöðum þér, einhver besta frammistöð sem ég sé hjá íslenskum körfuboltamanni. Hvernig leiðir hann á vellinum?
Já, svona allt í lagi sko. Mér fannst hérna að geta spila betur sko, hitta hans betur en mér fannst ég ganga vel að eiga við þá sko, varnarlega. Og svona óbóðslega hæfileikaríkur þessi gæi sko, Gasol, og örugglega sá besti sem ég spila á móti bara, sem ég þá. Jafnvel betur en Dörk. Þannig að, jú, ég var ánægður með það, stóð bara allt liðið í fyrri hálfleik og löngum köflum. Sem mistu við svolítið móðinu, eins og vorum svolítið lítið eftir þegar seinni hálfleiki var komið. En rosalega flott fram að því og bara menn að spila bara einhvern veginn óttalausir og bara, já, ótrúlega flottir.
Hvernig fórstu að taka frákast þarna á milli Mirotić og Gasol?
Já, það er bara svona stundum skín sólinn og hundsrass og maður er heppinn að það er bara þannig.
Hugarfarið þitt algjörlega fyrirmyndar, held ég sé flestir séu sammála hvað hugsast þú í svona leikjum?
Ég langar bara að, mér er bara gaman að keppa sko, það er bara þannig og ég veit alveg að þessi gæjar eins og Gasol, hann er alveg svolítið betri körfuboltamaður en ég, en mér finnst bara óbúslega gaman að keppa og ég elska alla samkeppni og bara, ég nýtist bara í botn. Það er hérna, ég er líka svolítið að hugsa þannig, ég er komin aðeins að seinni hlutan í þessu og ég ætla ekki að vera með hausinn niður í einhverju svona móti, þannig ég veit bara að fá að njóta þess og ég bara legg mitt að veði og hérna, það er ekki dögði sigurs í þessu móti, þannig að það hefur verið óbúslega gaman.
Takk fyrir það Hlynur, fyrirliði íslenska karlalandsliðs, frábær frammistaða í honum. Áhorfendur ennþá að láta í sér heyra hérna fyrir aftan. Páll Ermolinski, hann kveikti svolítið í íslenska liðinu með 3 þristum hérna í öðrum leiklutanum. Þetta var frábær frammistaða í fyrri hálfleik.
Já, þetta er svona svipað á í gær að hérna, við náum að hanga með, ekki hanga með, við spilum bara með þeim í 20 mínútur. Þetta var engin heppni, við vorum bara á pari við þá, en svona svipað á í gær þá fer svakaleg orka í þetta. Það var mjög mikil orka í þetta og það er erfitt að halda þetta út í 40 mínútur og liðin eru svona hægt og þétt að brjóta okkur niður en sem sýnir bara við erum á réttri leið en okkur vantar ennþá smá upp á en bara mjög jákvætt allt saman.
Hjálmar komnir hérna í greiðurnar, það er svona íslensk þjóðhátíðarstemning eftir þessa tapleiki, sérstaklega náttúrulega þegar áhorfendur sjá að liðið leggur allt í sölurnar.
Já, það er náttúrulega, það minnsta sem við getum gert. Það er að minnsta sem við getum gert er að leggja okkur alla fram í þetta og hérna, við vitum að okkur skortir hæfileika og líkamlega burði til að spila á móti þessu liðum en ég held að það sé ekkert lið sem hefur sýnt meiri vilja en við og stuðningsmennir okkar eru líka búin að vera þeir bestu þannig að hérna, búin að vera mesti krafturinn í Íslendingum bæði inn á vellinum og utanvallar.
Þú hittir illa í fyrstu 2 leikjunum, hefur rokið í gang í síðust 2, ertu komin í gang?
Ég er komin í gang, ég talaði við góðan mann og við unnum úr þessu, þannig að þetta er komið að stað aftur, vélinn er komin að stað.
Getur upplýst hver það var?
Nei, það er bara mitt okkar.
Gangið vel, hlaðamikið, takk fyrir þetta. Þá er Ægir Þór Steinarsson að koma til mín. Ægir Þór átti frábæra innkomu og óveit að segja og skoraði svona 2 af fallegustu körfum þessa leiks.
Já, þakka fyrir það. Já, þegar maður fæ tækifæri sem kom inn og að spreyta sig, þá er maður bara virkilega þakkláttur fyrir það. Maður reynir að gera sitt besta og hjálpa liðinu að einhverju leyti. Reyna að klóra kannski aðeins í bakkan hann í lokin.
Ég veit að þú fylgst vel með Pau Gasol og hans ferli á NBA-deildinni sem ungur maður og drengur. Óræði fyrir það að fá að spila á móti þeim á þessum grundvelli.
Já, þvílíkur heiður. En það er einhvern veginn þannig að þegar maður stígur á völlin þá eru þeir jafningar. En fyrir og eftir á hyggja þá hugsa maður þvílík forréttindi að fá að spila á móti þessu köllum sem maður hefur litið upp til síðan maður lítill drengur. Þannig að það er ekkert nema heiður.
Svona ákvað hvað ætlar að spila næsta vetur?
Nei, ég hef ekki hugmynd um það. Ég ætla að klára þetta mót og svo kemur bara í ljós hvað maður gerir.
Hvað eru margir útsendari í stúkunni?
Ekki hugmynd um það. Ég veit allar að slætta af Íslendingum í stúkunni sem eru að hvetja okkur til dáða og það er annar bara heiður að fá að taka þátt í því að það er allir sem stiga við baka okkur sama hvernig gengur. Það er bara algjör forréttindi og algjör heiður.
Takk fyrir Ægir Þór og Craig Peterson. Craig, how would you describe the performance in the first half?
Yeah, I mean,
Fantastic, you know, fantastic. Even though they had a run at the end of the half where they took the lead again, I mean, we could just see how much their size meant, and they started to hit some shots. But once again, like the other games, we got ourselves extremely good shots the whole first half, and I was actually surprised that we didn't make more. Incredible fight by the guys to when we got down to fight back and take the lead against one of the strongest teams in the world. So extremely happy.
The team has shown incredible performances in all of the games. Two of them have been even, but you've lost those last two pretty heavily. How bad do you want to win Turkey tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, we have to remember with Serbia and Spain, they're two of the top 3 teams in the world right now, in the world. Not in Scandinavia, not in Europe, in the world. And that we can play first halves against teams like that, like we've done, is great. Like I said the other day, I could never have dreamed that we'd get this many good shots. So the guys have done a great job. Tomorrow, yeah, getting to the Turkey, of course we want to win. They have a very good team also, and quick players, and have high IQ players. So it's going to be a difficult game, but you know what? If we continue to get ourselves shots like we did today, then hopefully we'll get a victory tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Craig. Þá segjum við þessu lokið hérna í bili frá Berlín og skiptum aftur í Efstaleiti.